and our future leaders of this country. It's always an honor and a pleasure to speak to the future. Today, as we come to the final days of our election campaign, the DA has done a lot of work so far. But we're stepping up our campaign. We have been knocking on about 50,000 doors every week. We've put up another 1 million pamphlets. And today I am putting up another 10,000 posters in Cape Town with the slogan that says, "Your vote can win it." But as we are very confident and as we are working very hard, the DA and the ANC run neck and neck for a victory in Cape Town. People are saying that we will win an outright majority in Cape Town. But what people forget is that in 2006, we got only 43% of the vote. Now, we can win an outright majority in the city of Cape Town, but we need every DA supporter to turn out and vote on election day so that we can achieve that outright majority. To continue to build an open opportunity society for all the people of Cape Town. That is why on election day we need you, your friends, your family, everybody to go out and do your civil duty, and that is to vote on the 18th of May. A democracy is a two-way process. The first step is that people must vote for their politicians, and then the politicians must engage with the people to see to their needs. So that is the process of democracy. It is about engagement. Now, the DA is seeking another term to engage with the people of Cape Town, to continue take our plan that we put before the people of Cape Town, to engage with that plan and see how we can improve. But that first step of engagement is to go out and vote on the 18th of May. Because we must play our part as citizens of this beautiful city. One, to protect our democracy, but also that this democracy that we enjoy today, so many people died for and fought so hard for. So we need to continue to protect our democracy and to protect our constitution. Now, the DA has done much over the past 5 years. We've lived up to our pledge that we've made in 2006 to the voters. We have tackled corruption. We run an efficient city. We run a transparent city. We have delivered services to the poor. The first thing that we did when we came into power, the DA-led coalition in 2006, was to write off more than 1 billion rand of debt owed by poor people. Last year, we spent 1.6 billion bringing services to mostly the poor people in Cape Town. Now, we have positioned ourselves as the DA for the next step. And that is to continue to develop and we have now provided the basic infrastructure. We are the best run metro in the whole of the country. And we now need to move it to the next level. And that is to grow the economy, attract more investment so we can create more jobs for our people. It's only a job that can give people back their dignity. And we want to do all of this to make a great city even greater. But we need everyone's help, because we don't want the city to return to the days when the ANC was in government in this city. That is why we need to help, because we can never go back to those days. The ANC, when they were in power, there were 227 informal settlements in Cape Town with no services. The first thing that the DA-led government did was to provide basic services to the people in 227 informal settlements. They failed to do it because they failed to spend 60% of their budget. But they also failed to collect about 4 billion rand in rates. So they failed to collect the rates and they also failed to spend the money. Corruption has become an institution in the city at the time when they were governing. There used to be a guy in the procurement department, they used to call him as the 10%. Whatever tenders was available, he wanted his 10%, otherwise you don't get the tender. So we also dealt with corruption and the tender system by opening up the tender system. The member of the public can now go and sit in with the adjudication committee to see how we award the tenders. And by that way we've been able to deal with corruption in the city. But if you don't go out and vote, you risk returning to those days. That is why it's so important that you must go out. Because there's a risk that if you don't go out and vote on the 18th of May, that we will be returning to those days of the ANC. So we need every voter to come out on the 18th of May. Your vote can win it. And we as the city, we can also, and as the DA, we can also benefit to make sure that we continue to build on the foundation that has been laid in the past 5 years, continue to build step by step on that foundation. We would like to build a more caring city. A city whereby especially the poor and the most vulnerable in our society becomes our priority number one. Poverty is a major stumbling block in achieving an open opportunity society. We also want to build a more inclusive city, whereby everybody feels that they've got a sense of belonging here. And that is why we want to make sure that we engage with the citizens so they can feel as equals to build this inclusive city. But we also want to build a safer city. You know, we have been installing CCTV cameras in the central business district. We've moved out to observatory into Claremont, and the plan is within the next 5 to 10 years that we want to extend that also to poorer communities and further outside of the central business district of Cape Town. We also have a Metro Police service, very effective, where we've seen that by giving the Metro Police the necessary training and resources, they are able to do a very good job. During last week, I went out with a sector of the Metro Police called the Copperheads. They go out and they arrest the people that are stealing the copper pipes, which has got a knock-on effect, because once they steal the copper lines, the trains can't run, people get late to their work, or some streets are in darkness. And the Copperheads has been so successful because the current situation in the Western Cape is that we export more copper outside. We export more copper, and we don't have a copper mine in the Western Cape. So the Copperheads has been assisting us to deal with that challenge. But in terms of building a safer city, our most important partner are the communities. We can't build a safer city without the involvement of the communities. That is why we want to get resource and train and help neighborhood watchers in Cape Town to become more effective, to work with the Metro Police and to work together with the SAPS to make Cape Town a safer city. But now the Metro Police are under threat by the national government. The national government now wants to make only one police service in the country. And we are going to fight against that. I've written a letter to Minister Nathi Mthethwa and said to him before, which is his constitutional right, please consider how the Metro Police have been able, and our experience in Cape Town, to complement the South African police services. Then we also want to continue to build a more efficient city, where politicians work for the people and not the other way around. We want to have an efficient, we have received unqualified audit reports for the past 4 years, taking Cape Town away from the ANC in 2006, where the ANC's own government rated Cape Town as the worst run metro in the country. We have taken Cape Town for the past 5 years to become the best run city in the country. So on May 18, please vote. And vote DA, because your vote can win the city for us, and we can keep the city out of the hands of the ANC, because we can't take us back, we need to go forward. Thank you very much.